Hi everyone, it's Jen here and welcome to Drawsome. So for today's Drawsome prompt, I'm going to draw an origami swan for you. The prompt today is origami, and my daughter actually had made this bird quite a long time ago for me, and it's been sitting in my crystal cabinet. I thought that would be the perfect example to try and draw. So I start by drawing the basic outline, and then I start to add the folds where the paper is folded on the bird. Get all the details pretty much where I want them, and I'm also going to add the dark table underneath because I quite like the contrast underneath it. So I'm going to start by using my Daniel Smith watercolours, and I use Rose Opera for the base colour, and I pretty much cover the whole bird in a diluted wash of Rose Opera. So I continue on around the whole bird. And you can see I've gone off the page a little bit there, off the bird, so I just blot that out and tidy that up with a bit of kitchen cloth there. So now I'm just going over roughly, while it's still wet, dropping in some stronger Rose Opera just for where the shadows are going to be on the bird. And you can see it's quite rough at the moment, but I will tidy that up as I build up the layers, and you'll see that it'll get neater and neater as I go. So yeah, I'm adding a stronger pink. So I've gone a bit of Rose Opera, but I've added a bit of quinacridone rose to that as well. And I'm starting to define the shadow areas and the lines on the swan. And for the background, I'm using indigo with a little touch of imperial purple, just the teeniest, tiniest touch, and it's quite diluted. And I take that over the entire background. And underneath the bird, I'm going to create that tabletop, and I'm going to do the shadows underneath it just for a little bit of contrast. You can see I'm going in with almost pure indigo, and I'm working wet into wet, so onto wet paper. And you can see it's sort of honeycombed out at the top a little bit, but I can tidy up that line when the paper dries a little bit more. I just wanted to drop the main colour in while it was wet on wet, while the underneath layer was still quite wet. So, and I create that shadow that's coming to the foreground there. Drop in a little bit more indigo underneath. So now onto the swan again. I'm going in with, I'm using a touch of quinacridone violet just to darken up the folds and the creases in the paper to create a little bit more contrast. And anywhere that I can sort of see shadows, I just add that colour, that quinacridone violet. Now I strengthen up some of the brighter areas with the Rose Opera again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a really fun one, a nice, simple, easy to do. It's really fun to practice also because it helps you to see shapes and shadows, and things like this are quite often fun to do. So I highly recommend having a try. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Okie doke. Bye.